President William Ruto has criticized his former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua following his recent social media session accusing the Kenya Kwanza government of failing to fulfill its promises. Speaking in Busia County, Ruto condemned the leaders promoting tribalism and division, specifically accusing Gachagua of incompetence and lacking direction during his tenure. He emphasized that corruption, selfish motives and tribal politics have no place in Kenya.
Ninawaambia wale watu wa ukabila, wa ufisadi, wale watu wa chuki, wale wa migawanyiko, wale wa mitego, wale wa mashares hawana nafasi ya kuhubiri chuki katika taifa letu la Kenya. Sisi tumeungana kama Wakenya. Hatuna biashara na watu ambao hawana mpango yoyote. A man who is incompetent, he doesn't understand anything about the programs of the Republic of Kenya. He has no clue about our young people. Alafu anasimama pale anataka kutupatia lecture. Wewe unatupatia lecture ya ujinga, utupeleke wapi? Bure kabisa.
Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen has criticized Chief Justice Martha Koome over the recall of 3 officers from her security detail following the leaking of a letter to the press. Speaking in Kwale during the launch of the National Government Administration Unit, Murkomen said he had discussed the matter with Koome, who had assured him it would be resolved. However, he expressed disappointment that the issue was escalated publicly.
I've never had an issue with the Chief Justice. The IG has never had an issue with the Chief Justice. The Chief Justice is one of the most, for the comfort of the country. I know the manual says that she is entitled to 6 police officers as a bodyguard, but the Chief Justice has been given up to 32 police officers. And of the 32, only the ones who are promoted and called to go for training were 3 of them. She was concerned about 2 of our officers attached to her and the driver. And we, unfortunately, that misunderstanding, the IG thought he was doing a favor.
His comments came just hours after the Kenya Judges and Magistrate Association confirmed the reinstatement of security for the 7 Supreme Court judges, including Koome.
Pearl Newsbeat.
All eyes are on President William Ruto to appoint a new IEBC selection panel after the High Court cleared the list for submission. In a ruling, Justice Dola Chepkwony has dismissed claims of exclusivity, ruling there was no evidence of exclusion of persons with disabilities or failure to meet gender and regional balance requirements. The judge has also rejected a petition challenging Azimio Umoja's nomination process, stating the coalition was not formally enjoined in the case. This ruling allows the panel's appointment to proceed, paving the way for the selection of a new IEBC commissioners ahead of the 2027 general elections.
Established that the petitioner has not proven the alleged constitutional and statutory violations. The main order has been sought to declare that the panel list offence Articles 10 and 54 of the Constitution and certiorari to quash the list are not merited on the available evidence, and consequently this petition is found to lack merit.
The country currently faces 11 pending by-elections triggered by various reasons, including the deaths of members of county assemblies and the elevation of former Gunja MP Opiyo Wandayi and a former nominated MP John Mbadi to cabinet positions by President William Ruto. It has been 19 months since Irene Masit, the last of the Wafula Chebukati-led IEBC commissioners, was removed from office over her alleged involvement in attempts to interfere with the 2022 presidential election.
Pearl Newsbeat.
The Federation of Kenya Employers has raised concerns over the newly introduced taxes, which they say are putting a strain on employees' living standards. FKE Chief Executive Officer Jacqueline Mugo revealed that employers are finding themselves in a difficult position as they are forced to make deductions beyond the stipulated limits to comply with the tax changes. She emphasized that the FKE will continue to engage with the government to ensure a balance between improving the standards of living and a social protection for Kenyans while allowing citizens to earn a decent income.
Since the new payroll deductions were introduced, we've received a lot of distress calls from our members and from employees themselves because the take-home pay is too little and it is below the threshold of 1/3 that employees are supposed to take home. So this is an engagement that we have had with government on several occasions, including the new Minister of Labour and Social Protection, because our concern is that employers are finding it difficult to comply with the rule. They're supposed to deduct not more than 2/3 of an employee's total earnings each month.
In February, salaried Kenyans will begin contributing more to the National Social Security Fund, with the minimum contributions rising from 420 shillings to 480 shillings, and high-income earners facing a hike from 2,160 to 4,320.
Pearl Newsbeat.
And across borders, Mozambique's police chief Bernardino Rafael has been dismissed amid allegations of a brutality linked to October's disputed election and its aftermath. Rafael has denied accusations by opposition figures that he collaborated with the criminal groups to target civilian protesters. President Daniel Chapo, who assumed office last week, announced Rafael's removal on Thursday in what marks the first major security reform of his tenure. Chapo is under pressure to restore public trust and address the country's struggling economy following months of unrest. Widespread protest erupted after alleged election fraud was overlooked, allowing the ruling Frelimo party to extend its nearly 50-year rule.
Pearl Radio, the home of fresh and classic hits.